One of my many hats, other than being the DPW commissioner, is actually I still run the Parks Department and the Youth Bureau. Last year we had an assessment done of the city pools, and we saw that we needed to replace some of the pool liners at our bigger pools, Addison Miller and Buckley. At that point we hired a consultant. He came in, did some assessments, and then gave us a budgetary list of what it was going to cost to do such work. I went to the Common Council and they approved a bond to make the repairs at the pools. My first initial thoughts after we got some of the consulting estimates back was that, we have a lot of work to do here. Years ago, ever since we've had the pools have been put in since 1936. That's the cornerstone at Addison Miller and Buckley. Every 20 to 25 years, the city would do a major revamp of these pools. When the pools were put in, they were Olympic-sized pools, and probably back in the 1980s, they were shrunk to reduce some cost and maintenance issues. The Buckley Pool and Addison Miller Pool are our cornerstone pools for the whole park system. They were built back in 1936, I believe, under the WPA, Works Progression Administration. That was back during the Depression to put city people to work.
We had to make a decision for the quality of life and for the residents at this point that is so important to learn to swim, all the programs that actually are beneficial to the quality of life and to our kids, that we had to put some dollars and cents into it. They'll be good for another 10, 15, 20 years. And again, it's a quality of life that we have in the city. I remember going there, and I want to make sure that the memories that I have are equal to the memories that our kids are going to be having for the rest of their lives.
About a year ago, we started bringing in the consulting engineers to take a look at the pools. The plan was that this spring we would start looking at removing the pool liner. That was our primary goal, was removing the pool liner and replacing the pool liner. They have about a 14 to 15 year lifespan, but the warranty is usually done after 12 years. And we have reached beyond that capacity under the warranty. So this spring we started taking them apart, and once we removed them, we noticed that the concrete underneath the pool liners was pretty well deteriorated. And what we did is we decided to just pour a 4-inch slab at the bottom of the pool and then put the new pool liner on top of that.
We all know that we have a very short season, and we all know that the kids look forward to it. And we have put new swings in, new apparatuses in at both T.R. Proctor and along Addison Miller. And not to have the quality of life of a pool at this point for our kids. The last thing we want to do is have the opportunity for these kids not to be able to swim and unfortunately not be able to have the ability to do things during the summer months. The future is our kids. Let's put our money where our mouth is.
It's very necessary to have these pools because we get 100 plus kids per day coming in that have nothing to do, nowhere to go, and these pools are their outlet to go to every single day to stay out of trouble. From some of these kids come from broken homes, and this is what they look forward to every single summer. Plus, it also enables jobs for summer youth. It gives them an opportunity to get a paycheck in their pocket, stay out of their parents' pockets, and a little spending money for school for next year. And it teaches them responsibility, job training, and get ready for life, basically. We service 150 kids per day, Monday through Friday at our swim lessons. All the lifeguards are there teaching these kids from level 1 all the way up to level 7. Every level, from level 1 to dunking your head in, all the way to level 7, which is competition swimming. The Learn to Swim program this year is going to be the last 4 weeks due to the construction of the pools at Addison Miller. July 23rd through August 17th is going to be the Learn to Swim program. Usually the last day is the day we have the party for all the Learn to Swim kids. It's very rewarding for me just to see these kids coming and smiling. I mean, I know it's cliche, but I love my job. I go in there, see these kids, some of these kids year in and year out, know who I am, know me by name. Due to the construction at Addison Miller and Buckley Pool, Bernie Bus will be picking kids up every Wednesday and Friday from Addison Miller and Buckley at 12:30 and dropping them off at Seymour, and then picking them back up at Seymour to drop them back off at Addison and Buckley at 4:15 p.m. The target date for Addison Miller opening, which is tentative, is July 23rd.
You got to remember that we are a city of 60-some thousand people. These pools were put in back when we had a population of over almost 200,000 people. It is a quality of life. A lot of towns and villages around us are closing their pools because they're not getting the people. The city provides a service, and that's what we do. We provide a service. And one of our services in the Parks and Rec Department is the pools. Great asset. We bring in a lot of kids. We bring in a lot of community groups. The only pool that I know of right now that's on the historical register of historical places is Buckley Pool, only because the park, Proctor Park itself, has been listed as a federal park designation. Every now and then Congress enacts different grants. Because it's listed in the National Register, that opens us up to a lot of different federal grants, state grants, which is fantastic, especially because it takes time and money to keep these things up and running. Very important, we want to keep the same character as when the pools were built. I'm very happy anytime we do large-scale projects within the city with Parks and Rec. I mean, it relates back to me, it relates back to the mayor. It gives the kids something to do all summer long. Kids like it. What are we about? Parks and Rec. It's about the taxpayers and the kids that are here to enjoy it all.